Okay, just turning north up the Don Valley Parkway, which, as I've said, should be called the Fred Gardiner Parkway, but that's history and that's life. This is the scene over here to my left of the Pan American Games, and that built a lot of housing and invigorated the distillery district where Gooderham and Worts made alcohol and also began in radio. I think CFGW or something. This is the Don River. There could be houseboats up it. There could be a much more pastoral setting, but that's Toronto and that's life. Toronto's had a hard time understanding that it's on the water. It's on huge body of freshwater. Lake Ontario has two significant streams or rivers running through it, Humber and Don, and is not really using them. So here we have the Don Valley Parkway. Now, Robert Caro, in his book about Robert Moses called The Power Broker, asked a question that planners like to ask. What's a parkway? Like as if he'd invented the term out of nowhere and it had some sort of dastardly meaning, because he built the Long Island Parkways, the Robert Moses Parkway, the Sunrise Highway, and all that stuff. And there was nothing particularly dastardly about the name Parkway. A parkway is a limited access, lower speed roadway that connects parks or abuts parks. Now, because we like mimesis, imitation, in Toronto, the Don Valley Parkway doesn't really connect any park with any other park. It does abut a ravine or goes through a ravine, so okay, I guess it qualifies. But I think we really wanted the term parkway to copy New York. You will come up and see, soon we will come up to a little tribute, I think, to Robert Moses, and that's going to be one of the bridges. Now, Robert Moses built numerous beautiful curvy bridges over top of his parkways, and of course Robert Caro, whom I really like, whose writing I love, still alive, great work on Lyndon Johnson. He said that they were built low to discriminate against people who didn't have automobiles, and the speculation is that was black people. That's kind of connecting a few dots that may not be worth connecting, but I'll leave that to you to decide. When I was first there as a planner touring it, I saw a bus at Jones Beach, and I said, I thought you couldn't get up these roadways because of the low bridges. How do you get up? And in his New York accent, the bus driver said, we go down the middle. So guess what? The bridge is higher in the middle than it is on the sides, and there's no problem taking people out there. And thousands of people use the buses to get to Robert Moses's parks, including Jones Beach. Okay, back to the Don Valley Parkway. What you can't tell is that there is a bicycle path and hiking trail through here for miles and miles and miles. Within 2 minutes of this moment, I could be down in the ravine on a bicycle, not knowing there was a city above me. Every now and then popping up, seeing a large apartment building, but other than that, it's an absolutely pastoral setting. When this was designed, there were the renderings showed transit down the middle. Wouldn't that be a good idea now? Perhaps even elevated transit, and you have stations on the third, fourth floor of these office buildings and apartment buildings. Make the owners of the buildings pay for the station. We passed one of these bridges, which is known as the Danforth Viaduct, basically a bridge, built in about 1913, and someone had the foresight to put make the structure compatible with the transit, the subway, anticipated a subway. And sure enough, 50 years later, it was very valuable. There are occasions when people do think ahead. Duff's Ditch, protecting Winnipeg from flooding, is one. The gravity-fed freshwater pipe to Winnipeg is another one. Wascana Park, Wascana Center Authority is 1,000 hectares, I think, one of the largest urban parks in North America. And so occasionally people think ahead. Most of the time, no. Most of the time when they do think ahead, somebody squashes the idea, and that's the case with the Downtown Relief Line. It was announced in 1911, voted down in several plebiscites years after, and guess what? This is the year 2023. It is being built right now, and it will shut down several of our downtown streets for the foreseeable future. I mean, some say 5 years, some say 10 years. You know, it could be forever, but we'll see.